What's up guys, Beach Universe here. Today we are doing the final comparison with the Jazwares FNAF plushies and the Funko FNAF plushies on which is better. Because I finally got my hands on Freddy Fazbear and I got the main four. I don't have Puppet, I don't think I'll be getting him for a while, but I will be getting him in the future. So let's start off with Snaggy Fazbear with the Jazwares one and the Funko one. Right off the bat, I think we have a clear winner. But Funko, I will say theirs is more cuter, but they are less accurate. The colors are too vibrant. If you look around, this is the classic 2016 one. That's when I got this. I even got him in 2017. That's why he looks very, very old. But this is the new one. And right off the bat, his nose is absolutely massive. Absolutely huge. Bro is Squidward's cousin. This nose is huge. People say they do prefer the Funko Pop type, but I will say I do kind of prefer the Jazwares one a bit more. One, Jazwares does actually have all the correct colors. Like, he's amazing. I think they just ripped him out of the game. I will say I even prefer the sunken eyes a bit more, even though they do pop out in the game. But I do prefer these sunken eyes, and they made them glow in the dark. And Funko didn't do that, which I'm not saying that they should have. But this Freddy's very old. His eyebrows are okay. I will say Jazwares did the eyebrows right, and then Funko's because Funko's just made them flappy felt. This is real stitched in fabric. And he's very cuddly. Like, if you would want a Freddy Fazbear plushie to cuddle with, I would recommend Jazwares, not Funko's. And the hat is velvety, shiny, like very shiny. You can see it on the camera. But Funko's, like, these can get really damaged easily, and this is with all of my Freddys. But look, but from how Jazwares made their Freddy, I don't think that's gonna be happening. If we go here, they actually This is I believe the ears look really similar. Like, the only difference is that these bits are darker. That's really it. He's got his big ass snout. His freckles are more closer to each other than on the Funko one, and his snout's more rounded, and the nose is actually fabric, while this one's made of hard plastic. The bow tie is actually stuffed. While this bow tie isn't, not even Bonnie's here is stuffed. Like, I don't know why Freddy's the only one with a stuffed bow tie out of all of them. It's very confusing. If we look on the eye color, it's like, I don't know if his eye color is actually cyan or more of a light sky blue. Comment it down below. If so, we'll know which one has the right eye color. Now, size comparison. This dude towers over the Funko one. Well, mainly all the Jazwares ones tower over Funkos. If we look on the back of each one, I don't think there's no comparison. With the tag on Jazwares, I kinda do prefer. I don't know which tag. I might give it to the Funko. I might prefer the Funko tags just slightly more, but I love the Jazwares tag, so I don't know which one I prefer, Jazwares or Funkos, because I love both of their tags. But as which is the better Freddy, I'm most likely gonna give it to Jazwares, of them having the better Freddy plushie. Now let's get to my favorite FNAF character of all time, Bonnie the Bunny. And it's a very tough. Let's look at Funko. Alright, Jazwares did get the colors more accurate, but I will say Jazwares actually nailed it with the colors, honestly. The eyes are actually the exact same, so I believe Bonnie's eyes are more of a coral. These eyes are popping out, while these eyes are like stitched into the plushie. Obviously has the same tag. This is Bonnie's bow tie, and this is the This is more of a crimson or a maroon, while this one's more of a light reddish color. The nose is actually a lot better than the Funko Freddy nose, and this is the plush nose. I will prefer this plush nose, but for collecting reasons, I will give it to the Funko. And the ears, the ears should not be this close, and that's a problem that Jazz has actually fixed with their Barney. But they don't have ear supports. I believe Jazwares could have put in some sort of wire inside them. Because honestly, I think Funko should have put some wire in some of the Barney ears to make them look good. I think they should have done that with all of them, because what Culturefly does with their Hobby Hopscotch plushies, I think they could have easily put some wire inside them. Inside the Barney ears instead of doing, like, ear supports. Jazwares doesn't even have any ear supports, but they managed to get the ears very straight and spot on. And I'm impressed by how they did that. But if you guys see which is the better Barney, I will say Jazwares is slightly better because how accurate and more quality it is. I will prefer the bow tie. I prefer the color scheme. I prefer the pattern. But I prefer the ears on Funkos. But I think the ears should be more farther apart. But I will say Jazwares does take the cake. Now let's get on to Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, aka Chica the Chicken. I don't think we need a comparison here. I think we can clearly who wins here. So I don't think there's really any comparison. So obviously we got Mr. Cupcake, the eyes glow in the dark. The bib is, I honestly, this is the first time I'm actually saying this. I think Funko should have actually printed the bib instead of made it 3D. This is really confusing because every time when we need print on Funko, like Funko needs to print on something, they don't print it. When we don't want print, they print. Like, that's confusing. Which they did print on this, but it's not horrible printing. So I think they should have printed on this, which is more accurate to the game. So yeah, I think we have a clear winner. This Chica literally looks like if you store a pizza in front of her, her eyebrows, she's mad. Did you just take my pizza? So yeah, obviously Jazwares Chica is a lot better. Now let's get on to Foxy. If I'm being honest, I will say the Funko Foxy actually is slightly better. Because the best thing I do say about this Foxy, they did get the colors right and better than Funko. But they only gave him 3 freckles, while Foxy does actually have 6. And they did say so in the eye patch, which in the game is actually 3D. So I will nail it with Funko being the better Foxy. But I will say this dude's, I still love the Jazwares Foxy a lot. I love this a lot more, but this one is more accurate. So those are all the new Jazwares Funko face plushies compared with the Funko ones. Thanks for watching, have a biggy-tastic day.